If your family's hot and miserable, just add an AC tune-up for only $109 from Premier Heating and Air, and you'll be cool and happy. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company.
At this time, we're going to introduce our school winners. I'm going to ask the principals to come up in the order that's on the program. So we'll start with Hillcrest. If you'll come up and introduce your Teacher of the Year.
It gives me the great pleasure to introduce Hillcrest Teacher of the Year. Very passionate individual that is truly dedicated to education. She has been teaching over 16 years now. She started out teaching in Bibb County School District and then found her way back home, back to Dublin City, where she began teaching with our Hillcrest Pre-K babies at that time at the Hillcrest Pre-K Center, also at Saxon Heights Elementary, the tag school back then, and then went on to Susie Dasher over there with the STEAM school and found her way over to Hillcrest, to the LEAP school. She does put in a lot of dedicated hours with our students. She doesn't mind doing it, touching the lives of our students. It truly is a calling for her where she enjoys doing what she does, not only in the school, but she also does it in the community as well. She has a heart and a passion for education and wanting to see every student to succeed. I've had the pleasure of knowing this individual for 41 years now. So it really does my heart a great joy just to see the accomplishment and just to see the growth in this individual. So I am proud to introduce Hillcrest Teacher of the Year this year, Ms. Shernetta O'Neill.
Teaching. I enjoy working with children and helping them learn and seeing them grow throughout the school year. And when I see them flourishing and catching on, it makes me happy.
She is one of the sweetest persons I know. She's very easy to work with. She loves the kids that she teaches, and I think that makes her truly special.
Whenever I'm by myself, when I'm doing something by myself, I could just say, oh, this Miss O'Neill taught me this, or she taught me that. And then I might get a 100 on my test.
Miss O'Neill's a great teacher because she cares about the kids. She tries to find out what makes each kid tick and, just build relationships with what they like to do, and, however she can make it work with their interest, she tries to wrap her lessons around so the kids get it better.
It's a family. We work together. We communicate with each other, we get along with each other, and everyone's there to help out whenever we may need assistance throughout the day.
It gives me great pleasure to have Miss O'Neill as a teacher here at Hillcrest Elementary School. Just her love and her compassion for her students. She is truly dedicated to all of our students being successful. Even if they're not in her classroom, she goes above and beyond to make sure they have what they need and provides them that support and that love.
She's a nice person with a great personality, and whenever I need help with work, she helps me do all of that. So if people say, how did I get smart, I'ma just say, Miss O'Neill helped me get smarter.
Congratulations to Ms. Shernetta O'Neill from Hillcrest Elementary.
Equally, it does my heart great pleasure, and it is definitely an esteemed honor to introduce the Susie Dasher Elementary School's Teacher of the Year in the lights of none other than Miss Tanya Mitchell. She is a phenomenal, yes, early applause are definitely warranted. She is a phenomenal fourth grade reading with phonics and comprehension teacher. She is truly passionate about students, passionate about seeing them grow, passionate about basically understanding that pearls come from pressure. Pearls come from pressure, and it has just, she's been over 20 years, really, about 24 years, I think now, just in Dublin City Schools. This has been her only district. Pretty much a phenomenal story. Started actually as an paraprofessional and decided she wanted to do more, and actually went on back to school and got that degree and earned that, teacher degree, and now has been in Dublin City Schools ever since, touching lives, making an impact. So we are definitely, this has been a long time coming for Miss Mitchell, but definitely well deserved. So again, it's my honor to present Susie Dasher's Teacher of the Year, Miss Tanya Mitchell.
I've always wanted to be a teacher ever since I was small. I used to pretend to play teacher, and I think it's the passion that I got from my teachers when I was in school. And that was always my dream job.
She takes the word love in everything that she does. She's a loving person, and everything that she does for our students is all with love. I think that's really what makes her a special teacher, the love that she provides not only to students, but the staff and then the people that she works with every day.
And she says, there's always room to improve. And that makes me feel like I'm going to be making A's every day.
Who knows a teacher that will take time out of their busy schedule to come allow me to shadow them, to basically show me the ropes of how to basically teach ELA standards. So I do appreciate Ms. Mitchell for always being a helping figure and helping hand to me.
Well, all my other teachers, they were all nice, kind, pushed me to work hard. But Ms. Mitchell, she takes that up a notch.
I love to see the growth. I've never been the type of person that likes to be in the spotlight. I just let my work speak for me. I don't need the pat on the back or anything. I'm just that behind the scene person.
Ms. Mitchell is a stellar teacher, and it means just so much to have a teacher on staff that has her enthusiasm, her love for learning, her love for teaching, her love for just really pushing students to be their best every single day. Honestly, we could not have made, a better choice. She's just a great teacher.
I like to build that relationship with my students to let them know that I care about them first of all, not just their academics, but once I build that relationship with them, it makes them more receptive to, okay, I want to learn because I know she cares about me and she wants to see me do well.
From Susie Dasher Elementary, congratulations to Miss Tanya Mitchell.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dustin Gay. I'm a local orthopedic surgeon with Houston Clinic Orthopedics, and we'd really like to invite everybody to come out to our new office facility to take a look at it. It's a larger space with physical therapy, and we're just excited to have it, and we'd love for people to come out and visit us.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin.
Hello, I'm Andy Cullins at Cullins Supply. Bad Boy tractors built to carry the load around your farm or property. We're building on legendary Bad Boy brand by introducing a new line of small or medium-sized tractors that maintain our history, combining power, performance, and build quality while delivering the highest value in their class. With a tractor size to fit any farm, from landscapers to ranchers, Bad Boy tractors are positioned to be workhorses in the field. Coupled with our line of Bad Boy implements and cutters, you're all set to make your workday feel less like a chore. Visit us at Cullins Supply, 910 East Jackson Street in Dublin, or 826 South Harris Street in Sandersville.
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank, big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future? That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter, member FDIC.
Do you want to feel and look healthier, younger, and full of vitality and energy? Med Spa is your solution for treatments, including skin, waxing, brow and lashes, Botox, fillers, body sculpting, and laser treatment, including hair removal, the fastest and least painful anywhere. Come visit us at Med Spa and book your massages by calling Med Spa today at 275-8346 or visit us at 2400 Bellevue Road, Suite 11 in Dublin.
I'm Dr. Willie Bass. I'm the proud principal of Dublin Middle School, and I have the honor and I am delighted today to introduce Ms. Tamika Brown as our Dublin Middle School Teacher of the Year. One thing about Ms. Tamika Brown, she has been an educator for 21 years. Not only has she been an educator for 21 years, she serves as my 5th grade lead teacher / general. One thing I like about her, she's committed. Last year when she had a surgery towards the end before she was allowed by the doctors to return to the building, and me doing my morning checks, walking around, I'll catch her about once a week in the building, checking on the subs, encouraging her students, and I have to run out the building because I said, you on FMLA, get out. But that just shows how committed she is. She wants to make sure that her children is not behind. Also, she supports the vision of leadership. If I'm singing bananas, my 5th grade will be singing bananas. She supports the vision, and that just fills my heart with joy because we make sure that we are unified when we leave out of those CIT meetings, when we leave out of those leadership meetings, even though it may not be their favorite ideal, but when we walk out that door, she acts just like it came from her. And I want to say thank her for that. So not only is she committed, not only she support the vision, but she's a great trainer. They was upset with me because I took 3 of her best teachers off her hallway. Now they serve as grade level leaders across our building. And I sent her 3 more teachers that was just new into the business, and she has taken them under her wings and molded them up. So I want to say thank you for allowing Dublin Middle School to build your capacity as you help grow our system to be effective. Thank you, Ms. Brown.
I've always wanted to be a teacher. Even when I was a little child, everything that I would learn during the week, I would go home and teach my cousins on the weekend.
Tamika has been a very integral part of the DMS family ever since she came to the school. We came in 5th grade together. She's very loving, honest, and I just love everything about her.
She's nice. She's playful. She helps us learn so we can pass every grade.
Awesome educator, awesome individual all the way around. She's always willing to help, not just her students, but the staff as well. She's doesn't hesitate to hop in.
Seeing my students come in the morning, that is the reason that I come to school every day, is to make sure my students have a safe and loving environment while they're with me.
Well, I just got to this school, but I think she should be the teacher of the year because she's respectful. Like I said, she's kind. She's lovely. She helps us. Even on my worst days, she always pulled me to the side and talked to me.
One thing I like about Ms. Brown, she is committed. She serves as our Saturday school coordinator. She has a mentor group, Girls with a Vision. She goes above and beyond to make sure that our students are successful, that our teachers understand the direction that we're heading to, and she buys into it. She knows the Dublin way, and we're so happy to say, congratulations, you represent us in a fine fashion. Go Irish.
It is a very humbling experience. It's a blessing to know that my peers chose me to be the teacher of the year. They thought enough of me to be there to represent them as Dublin Middle School Teacher of the Year.
From Dublin Middle School, congratulations to Miss Tamika Brown.
My name is Michael Overstreet, the proud principal of Dublin High School, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce Ms. Cynthia Scott, Dublin High School's Teacher of the Year. I must share with you, she doesn't know this, but I call her the quiet storm. Please don't let that soft-spoken voice or that soft demeanor fool you. I caution you to proceed with caution when you're dealing with Ms. Scott. But we love Ms. Scott at Dublin High School, and we're so proud to have her represent Dublin High School as Teacher of the Year. Let me just share with you briefly the things that I know about Ms. Cynthia Scott. We affectionately call her Cindy. I know that she's passionate about her work, and she is a dedicated professional. I know that she loves her students and supports their efforts to get it right the first time, and if necessary, the second time. I know that she is well respected by her students and staff alike without reservations. Now, here are some things that I just learned about Ms. Scott that I'm going to share with you, and I hope I don't embarrass her. But she's a dedicated professional of 27 years as an educator, 20 with Dublin City Schools, Dublin High School, all I believe. So she certainly bleeds the green and gold. She has traveled to her favorite place, Scotland, where she's gone before, and one of her favorite places to travel. Now here's something very, very intriguing, very interesting, and I hope I pronounced this correctly. She's tried haggis. Let me tell you about haggis. Haggis is a meal, sheep's organ meats mixed with oatmeal and boiled twice. Did I get that right, Ms. Scott? Haggis. Sheep organs, organ meats mixed with oatmeal and boiled twice. Is that on the menu today? Okay, we're good, we're good. Also, what I've learned about Ms. Scott, her name, Cynthia Scott, is buried under the renovation of Shakespeare's Globe Theater. Interesting. Additionally, Ms. Scott has a beautiful singing voice. Would you like the microphone? Okay, all right, moving on. Cindy participated in drama and theater in college and was cast in several productions. And here's a question. She has an extensive background in pop culture. Now, when you say pop culture, does that mean you are a Swiftie, Taylor Swift? I mean, talk to us. No? Ladies and gentlemen, again, Dublin High School is very proud to announce Ms. Cynthia Scott as Dublin High School's Teacher of the Year.
I had so many great teachers who inspired me and to be everything that I could be. I wanted to do that for others. I wanted to give back the way they gave to me. I wanted to give back to others.
Really, she has a way of holding kids to the highest standard possible and really getting the best out of them at all times.
When I first got here, I came here unprepared. Like I was not here to learn. I want to make her proud. I don't want her to be disappointed in me, basically. So I feel like I have to be my best self and come here prepared every day.
She is very dedicated to her craft. Ms. Scott is a perfectionist. She expects a level of perfection from her students and the same level that she gives.
You know, I just come and do my job every day. And it's not anything, it wasn't even on my radar. So it was a complete surprise.
She's so passionate that it makes me want to be passionate about it. It's like if I had another teacher teaching me this, I wouldn't relate to the subject as much as when she teaches it to me.
She's sort of a quiet storm, you know, just quietly working on the work, making sure her students are successful each and every day. So I wasn't surprised that she was selected by her peers, her colleagues, as Dublin High School Teacher of the Year.
One young lady sent me a text and said, you know, you care about each and every one of your students, and that's what makes a difference. And that really touched my heart that she would say that.
From Dublin High School, Mrs. Cynthia Scott.
We have natural gas all over town.
Get yourself a natural gas tankless water heater and save space.
And have endless hot water.
Natural gas is more efficient than electricity.
And it's lighter than air.
When you install natural gas appliances,
You can get rebates up to $1,500.
The City of Dublin will finance you up to $7,500.
For 60 months at 0% interest.
Use natural gas for all your outdoor cooking.
it's a luxury.
We're on call 24/7.
You'll call us and we'll be there.
Whether you're building a home or starting a business, City of Dublin Natural Gas has you covered.
We serve commercial and residential gas all across town.
Yeah. Finish the drill with natural gas. Call your gas guys.
At 478-277-5048.
Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and air conditioning unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new unit, Amana offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff can help you today at Allen's Heating and Cooling. Your Amana dealer. Amana, last and last and last. Badcock Home Furniture and More is your home store, where you'll find great savings on new living room sets, sofas, love seats, recliners, and more. Badcock Home Furniture and More has great savings every day on bedding and bedroom sets. Shop Badcock Home Furniture and More for a great selection of dining room sets. And save every day on electronics and appliances at Badcock Home Furniture and More, 1927 Highway 441 South in Dublin. Call 275-3144 for more information, or stop by and see Wendy and Tim Sumner or any of their friendly staff today at Badcock and More Home Furniture Store, where no credit is ever refused.
I'm Katina Puckett, the principal at Moore Street School, and it is my honor to introduce the Moore Street School Teacher of the Year in the person of Mr. Maurice Stanley, more affectionately known as Mo. Throughout the building, he's just known as Mo, and the kids like to call him Coach Mo. When I think of him and I think of the word that best describes him, and I said this to Jason when he interviewed me, is stability. You can always count on Mr. Stanley. He's never getting too high, he's never getting too low, just even keel when he's having to correct the kids, even keel when I'm asking him to do something extra, even keel. He currently serves as our PBIS coach. He's also one of our evening school teachers. Mr. Stanley is a proud family man. He has 2 beautiful children, and I love hearing the stories about how Stephanie is really the boss, she's the baby, and Josiah, he is a daredevil. So I absolutely love that about him. And one other thing I want to tell you about Mr. Stanley is that in the setting that we serve in, he is an invaluable instrument there, because primarily the students we serve are African American males. And I love it that every day that they come in, they get to see a reflection of what they can be. And he wears that well. He is a true stand-up man, and I am so proud and so honored to introduce Mr. Maurice Stanley as the Moore Street School Teacher of the Year.
I was a sub at Johnson County. I fell in love with education, being around the kids, helping kids. That really changed my heart and my direction.
Mr. Stanley came in, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, and when he came in from an alternative school where he was the only teacher there. He was the only person in charge. So when he came in, we were all excited because we have someone who knows how to do everything. He's good for the kids, he's good for the adults, he's good for all of us.
A friend, like if you're going through something, you need somebody to talk to, he the person. Or if you just want to talk about it. You just talk about anything in general, he the person to talk to.
A lot of kids here depend on us to be here every day, to bring that sense of security to them. And also to love on them when they need to be loved on, be hard on them when they need that tough love. I enjoy them every day.
He's excellent at building relationships with his students. He's an expert in his content area. He's good with technology. He handles PBIS for us. And just quite frankly, you never hear Mr. Stanley say, "That's not my job." If you need him to do something, all you have to do is ask him, and Mr. Stanley is there for you.
Oh, Coach Stanley, he makes me laugh every day. I could be down, not feeling well, and Coach Stanley always makes a joke. Coach Stanley means a lot to me because don't nobody push me that hard. Like, they push me, but not like Coach Stanley.
When I think about him, the one word that comes to mind is stability. He doesn't get overly emotional about things. He's just real even keel, level-headed, and I absolutely love that about him.
You can tell that the kids just cherish us and want the best for us, but also they know that we care and we here for them any day they need us.
From Moore Street School, congratulations to Mr. Maurice Stanley.
It's my distinct honor to recognize the Irish Gifted Academy Teacher of the Year in a moment. My name is Matt Tower. I humbly serve as a principal there, grades pre-K through 8. Coach Bryce Carr is our teacher of the year this year, and Coach Carr, one thing about him, the first thing I think of is servant. I'm going to quote to you by Robert Greenleaf, and it says, "The first and most important choice to a leader to make is to serve, without which one's capacity to lead is severely limited." So Bryce is one that behind the scenes, even right now, he is like shaking right now because I'm talking about him. He is one of those behind the scenes people that he is humble. That's one thing that we love about him the most, but our pre-K baby's called him the tickle monster. You'll hear that in a video in a moment. He is a tickle monster on campus, but there's, as a dad watching my child and having 3 boys of my own, there's no greater male influence in their life besides me that I want the Bryce Carr. And I think that speaks enough as a parent to say that about a teacher, because he's one that doesn't just teach. He serves, he's there on the field with them, he's on the playground with them, he's in the gym with them, and he's in our community as well, not just in our building. So he serves in the Storm Wrestling Center. Many of you know him from the wrestling lens, but on a personal lens, just to the heart that he has for kids. You heard him say a lot in the video in a moment, is that he's there for the kids. It's not about anything else. And that's one thing, and our overall high-arching goal is high achievement success for all students. And Bryce Carr is that. He's about all students ensuring their high achievement success, but we are honored and humbly serving and giving Bryce Carr all the credit that he deserves as the Irish Gift Academy Teacher of the Year this year. We love you, Bryce.
I've always loved working with kids. I started coaching after college, and I just worked my way into the education field. And I mean, it feels like home. So it's always about the kids. Every time I see kids, even if I'm having a bad day, it just brightens my day. So
Coach Carr is very caring. He's very passionate about what he does, and when someone is passionate, then that gives you the desire. It's firing you to want to be more passionate about your children.
He's very competitive, challenging. He pushes us hard. Almost every time during PE, they're fired up.
Coach Carr is amazing. The kids absolutely adore Coach Carr. They call him the tickle monster. He just has built such a great relationship with them. He is so kind and so patient. He teaches them and challenges them in PE. He is so kind. Every day he comes in with a good morning, how are you today? He is just such a calming person.
He just makes the game so much funner than it really is. And he's just a fun and kind person. He's probably one of my best friends as a teacher, because he always plays around with me, and and I was really happy for him.
Man, Coach Carr is a dream of a PE teacher, not just be a teacher, as a person. A lot of kids in a car line in the mornings, a lot of kids will say, I want you to get me out of the car. I want Coach Carr to get me out of the car. I think the relationship's been the premium of what he does every day, puts him where he is, and just in front of the kids. And I think just that really probably the impact he has is more about the presence that he has with the students.
We all work together, making sure we're collaborating and just making sure we're doing it for the kids. It's really, this school is all about the kids. That's what it's always about. So that's why I love working here.
From the Irish Gifted Academy, congratulations to Coach Bryce Carr.
School's back in, and we all know what that means. Then go to the end. Oh! God, whether it's football or softball or any other fall sport, Dublin Chevy GMC is here for you. Fall is in the air here in Middle Georgia, but the deals are still smoking hot at Dublin Chevy GMC. Line up in that first group right now. The scouts say we can't catch, throw, or run well, but they all agree we sure do sell cars well at Dublin Chevy GMC.
Hi, I'm Perry Williamson, and we've been baking here at Williamson's Bakery since 1927. In 1965, my grandfather, Merle Williamson, hung our name on this bakery. Ever since then, people have been stopping in for the Williamson's tradition. We invite you to do the same here at 1634 Veterans Boulevard, or catch us on Facebook, or just come get you some.
Looking for a career that's always in demand? How about one that provides you with practical and useful skills? A career that allows you to earn hands-on experience and an education with little to no debt? Oconee Fall Line Technical College prepares students with the right set of skills to succeed in fast-growing careers in healthcare, manufacturing, business, and technology fields. If you're ready to gain the experience you need to start your career locally, OFTC is where it all begins. Oconee Fall Line Technical College. Careers begin here.
It's hunting season at Roach Farm and Garden. Roach Farm and Garden has a warehouse full of feed and seed. Pennington, Big Boss, ADM, 4S, FRM, and Antler Extreme. Even got the feeders to put it in. Food plots, we got you covered. fertilizer, oats, clover, peas, and mixes. Take time to check out our huge concrete statue selection. Need deer lure? Fresh Voodoo always on the counter. We've got something for everybody at Roach Farm and Garden. 2 locations, Dublin and Wrightsville.
All right, congratulations again to all of our winners. Before we announce our district winner, let me tell you about the district selection process. So after each of these fantastic teachers were named school winner at their individual sites, we gave them a paper application to fill out, which is modeled after the state application. Because our district winner will be going to compete for state, Georgia Teacher of the Year. So we give them a paper application to fill out. They submit that back to the central office. And then we did random, unannounced classroom observations using outside observers. People from outside of our district came and did the observations in their classroom. So showed up unannounced and observed them. They were scored during those observations. And then we had another panel of outside judges come in, and they did an interview in front of that panel, and that was scored. So we had their application, their observation, and their interview, and all 3 of those scores went into our district selection process to choose our winner. So at this time, we have some of these judges that participate in this process. If you're here and you volunteered your time and served as a judge through this process, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Okay, Dr. Williams, if you'll come forward, and also Miss Yolanda Coney-Carter. She was last year's District Teacher of the Year from Dublin High School. I'm going to ask Dr. Williams and Miss Coney-Carter to award this year's winner. Let me get it and take it out. All right. Our district winner this year is from Dublin Middle School, Miss Tamika Brown.
Hi, this is Meg Greer-Evans with Middle Georgia Estate Planning. It's Alzheimer's Awareness Month, and I want to make sure you know that you need to update your estate planning documents. Whether that's an advance directive for health care or a financial power of attorney, we need those documents in place to make sure that you're taken care of during your lifetime. It's also a good idea to update your will or a trust. If you need help with any of those, give us a call at 478-272-2885.
Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, green and growing, invested in the communities we serve. For consumer loans, commercial loans, mortgage loans, contact us at 272-7775 or log on to cbs-lc.com. Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, located on Hillcrest Parkway and downtown in the Henry Building. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
As a small business owner, when I first bought the company, I had so much on my plate and was worried about what to do next. One thing I didn't have to worry about was health insurance for my employees. Darren came in, laid it out, and just made the process so simple. He'll come, sit down, explain each plan, each option, and it's just been a great relationship. Darren's the type of guy that if it's a good fit, he'll tell you. He's not going to try to sell you something that's not good for you.
Well, Mike and his team have been clients for a long time, and it's just like working with family. My first paying job, I worked at Piggly Wiggly here in Dublin as a bag boy. So things have come full circle that I get to work with Mike and his employees, and we do our very best to answer their questions, fill their needs, and we work out things on an individual basis.
Dealing with Darren is not just Darren by himself. He has his family around him and other team members that we can depend on. We can pick up the phone and call Allison or any of them and get the same same professional care. If you're a small business owner in this area, you owe it to yourself to sit down and give Darren a chance to show you what he can do for your business.
They're just really great guys to work with, and part of our family as well. Local and loving it.
Since 1967.
The tradition continues.